We call the meeting of the Mecklenburg County Planning Commission to order. Before we get started tonight, I got a few items I want to go over. If you're here to speak for or against and not the applicant, you have 3 minutes to speak. Also, if you would like to speak, there's a sign-up sheet up front here. Please sign the sheet. The restrooms are through that door. Also, anyone with cell phones, please put them on silent, please. Thank you. Everyone, please stand and join with me. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're now going to public hearing. First item on our agenda tonight is an application by Mecklenburg County Planning Commission to amend Article 20 solar ordinance as follows. 20.3 definitions: community scale solar a solar PV project with multiple subscribers that receive credits on their utility bill for portions of the energy produced by the community solar facility. 20.11 utility scale solar facility. Number 1. Under that item is a utility scale solar facility will not be located within 1 mile of any town or boundary. Number 2, the area within which all construction materials, storage, grading, related activities for the utility scale solar facility occurs will be no more than the total 500 acres. Number 3, a utility scale solar facility will not be located within 2 miles of another approved or constructed utility scale, small scale, or community scale solar facility to mitigate the impact related to the scale of the use. Number 4, no solar project will be located with 1 mile of the FFA, Federal Aviation Administration regulated airport, unless the applicant submits as part of its application written certification from the FFA that the location of the facility possesses no hazard and will not interfere with airport operations. 20.12, small scale solar facility. Under that, number 1, a small scale solar facility will not be located within 1 mile of any town or boundary. Number 2, the area which all construction, material storage, grading, and related activities for small-scale facility occurs will be no more than 50 acres. Number 3, a small-scale solar facility will not be located within 2 miles of another approved constructed utility scale, small scale, or community scale solar facility to mitigate the impacts to the scale of the use. Number 4, no solar project will be located within 1 mile of the Federal Aviation Administration regulated airport unless the applicant submits as part of its application written certification from the FFA that the location of the facility possesses no hazards and will not interfere with airport operations. 20.13, community scale solar facility. Number 1, a community scale solar facility will not be located within 1 mile of any town boundary. Number 2, the area within which all construction material storage, grading, and related activities for a small scale facility occurs will be no more than 50 acres. A small scale solar facility will not be located within 2 miles of another approved or constructed utility scale, small scale, or community scale solar facility to mitigate its impacts to the scale of its use. No solar project will be located within 1 mile of the Federal Aviation Administration regulated airport unless the applicant submits as part of its application written certification from FFA that the location of the facility possesses no hazards and will not interfere with airport operations. Would you like to add anything to that, Robert?
No, no.
Okay. Is there anyone here to speak for this application? Okay. Please come forward and state your name.
You asking for the solar or for the ordinance?
For the solar ordinance that we're proposing.
Yeah, I'm for the ordinance, not for the solar.
Okay.
All right. One question. All right, it's 2 miles. Is it 2 miles from disturbance to disturbance, or is it 2 miles from property corner to property corner?
Property corner, property corner.
All right.
What was your name?
Gary DeSantis, I'm sorry. All right, that's all I got for right now.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, thank you, sir.
Anyone here else to speak for this application? Please come forward and state your name.
Hello, I'm Judy Brothers. I'm with Friends of the Meharon River. And we support a tight ordinance for Mecklenburg. Chase City has 2 utility-scale solar sites and 1 to be built soon. We have Sacrifice Butcher's Creek, Bluestone runs red all the time, and Otter Creek is next. Despite the promises of and the contradictions of the new technology by Dominion, our Meharon River is again in danger with the Finneywood project, being that it is not that far from the proposed 7 Bridges project that was turned down twice. It's literally up the river a piece from that site. Dominion states that Microsoft wants solar in Mecklenburg, and they said at their meeting on Tuesday that we need to be putting panels literally everywhere right
Excuse me,
now.
ma'am, I don't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
But we're not going to hear anything on the Dominion
Okay,
part of
so
it tonight.
we're in support of the ordinance.
This is just in
Gotcha.
support of this application. Sorry. Is there anyone else here to speak for this application? Is there anyone here to speak against this application? Do we have any other calls or letters?
No, sir.
Do I hear any discussion on this application?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to make sure, I talked to Robert a little bit, to make sure that everyone is clarified on this. When we say 500 acres or 50 acres, we're talking about the total acres of the project, not 500 acres of solar on, panels on 800 acres. It's the
That's
total project.
the
cannot
total
be
project.
over 500 acres.
That is correct.
Or 50 acres. Right.
Okay. Any other discussion? Do I hear a motion on this application?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion's been made to approve as read.
Second.
All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Next item on our agenda tonight is application by Mecklenburg Planning Commission to amend the Mecklenburg County Comprehensive Plan, Land Use and Development as follows. Land use and development, small scale, solar facility. Those items read is the same as the ones in the first application on the small scale. Then it's the community scale solar facility. Those items read the exact same as the community scale solar facility in the previous, and then also with the utility scale. Is there anyone here to speak for this application? Is there anyone here to speak against this application? Any calls or letters on this application?
No, sir.
Any discussion? Do I hear a motion on this application?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the, make a motion we approve the, as you read it.
Okay, motion been made to approve as read, and there's a copy, which will be attached. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, motion carries. Next item on our agenda was supposed to be an application by Mecklenburg County Zoning Office has received a application from Microsoft Corporation to rezone from agriculture industrial M1 to allow for a data center. This application has been postponed. We will hear that in our next meeting. It will be re-advertised, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
As well. So we will now go on to item number 4. And this is the Mecklenburg County Zoning Office has received an application by Microsoft Corporation to rezone approximately 68.5 acres from PRN 37744 zone industrial M1 to agriculture to be added to PRN 37746. This property is zone industrial M1. It is located on the north side of Highway 831 Butler Farm Road, approximately 2.5 miles south of its intersection with Highway 688 Skipworth Road. And again, this property is application is being rezoned from industrial M1 back to agriculture. And is there anyone here to speak for this application?
I'm here to represent the applicant, sir.
Please state your name, sir.
Wayne Carter. Microsoft purchased the Butler tract that had previously been zoned, part of it by Osage for industrial M1. They leased about 2/3 of it back 12, 14 years ago. Project was never fulfilled. Microsoft has bought the entire tract. Approximately 1/3 of it is zoned ag, which is the southern side of it. They want to add this additional land to that to be used as a wetland bank and environmental. So it would not be developed.
Will not be developed and going back into wetlands. Okay.
Wetlands and conservation easements.
Okay. Is there anyone else here to speak for this application? Is there anyone here to speak against this application? Robert, do we have any calls or letters on this application?
No, sir.
No
No
calls?
calls and letters.
Okay. Is there any discussion on this application? Okay. This is in the Skipworth election, District 8. Is there a motion on this application?
I move we approve the application.
Motion's been made to approve this application. Is there
I'll
a
second. I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, should we read the recommendation?
Yes, sir, please.
Would you like me to read that, Mr. Crocker? Oh, you can read
Is
it.
that written right? Is that written right there, the recommended for approval?
Right here.
That first sentence, rezoned would allow future Microsoft development? We're not doing that.
No, it's not developed.
It's not, that is not right, because we're doing just the opposite way.
Right.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Well, you eliminate 1 then.
Eliminate 1,
Yeah, and just read 2 and 3 and 4.
okay. 2, it will not be detrimental to the public welfare. 3, it will not affect adversely the health or safety of persons or the neighborhood for the proposed use. 4, the rezoning of 68.5 acres will be combined to an existing agriculture property.
Okay. All those in favor of this application, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Give me 1 second here.
Go to the minutes.
All right, we will now go to the approval of the minutes. Well, first of all, we're going to go into closed public hearing. Approval of the minutes for our February 24th meeting. Mr. Ramey.
Mr. Chairman, we've reviewed the minutes, and I make a motion we approve the February 24th, 2022 Planning Commission meeting.
All right, motion's been made to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Mr. Administrator, whenever you are so desired ready.
Everybody should have a copy of the zoning report and the building permits.
Yes, sir.
Any questions on those?
No, sir.
My zoning permit numbers continue to rise.
Okay. All right. And they are up still? Way up, all right?
In fact, right now, we are right at what we did last year
Okay,
for this month.
all right.
I might be over. We're at the same number, 76.
Okay. All right, do,
I do have
Yes.
one application for next month for a
Would-
special exception permit plus the Microsoft.
okay, what was that one gonna be?
The special exception is for a second home on the same piece of property with over 2 acres.
Okay,
That's it.
all right. So far, only 2 applications, those 2.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other business?
Robert, there's an article in the paper about another solar farm that was come before us on the 28th.
I've not received that application yet.
You have not.
No, sir. I've not received the application nor the site review.
All right,
In paper, but I haven't received it.
all right. One thing I would like to add, those of you who don't know, we do have a new member, Randy Crocker.
I think I know just about everybody here. It's good to be here.
We like to,
Have you?
good to have you. All right, I think that's all we have. Do I hear a motion we adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second? Yes. All those in favor, get up and run out.